One take. This is NBA One Take featuring your truly pretty boy Link. It's NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. It's NBA One Take. We're at Hook section. Take the 24. 4 games on the docket, but let's get to this first game. Jayson Tatum of the Boston Celtics, he has his team up 3 games to 0 against Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in the Brooklyn Nets. They're on the verge of sweep. Kevin Durant, he didn't take a lot of shots, but he finished with 16, 8 and 8. Kyrie Irving, he had 16 points, 9 assists. Bruce Brown led the team with 26 points and 8 rebounds. It's really aggressive. This is something I didn't see coming. Paul Pierce gave a crazy take talking about we're seeing Jayson Tatum surpass Kevin Durant in our eyes. This Celtics team are stifling the Nets. Mainly Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They get swept. I understand the relationship with Sean Marks and Jason Kidd. Steve Nash. Yeah, where's Jason Kidd? Was the coach. But he could be out of a job. Sean Marks possibly could be out of the job. Jaylen Brown had 23. He's playing well too. Yeah, he's playing well. But it was just a collective effort on the part of the Celtics. Everybody is saying that Steve Nash, you're getting totally outcoached. We had a Blake Griffin side. Didn't say that. This is game 1. Give Blake Griffin some minutes. His playmaking and his IQ alone would give the Brooklyn can free up Durant and Kyrie if utilized properly. It's too late. You see, and now everybody's coming out talking about he left Golden State for this team. He left the Warriors for this team. He didn't feel anything when he won those championships. He said, oh, that's it. He put the criticism on himself by saying that, even if he felt that way. Now you're talking. Now everyone's going to talk about, oh, he's never really, truly led a team to win. When it came to it. I've been saying that for his whole career. Because no matter what y'all feel about Russ was still that engine that made sure that Porsche per se was running. You see, this is going to be interesting. They down 3-0. Ben Simmons, everybody criticizing wardrobe. Yeah, he looked like Jack Nicholson's Joker, notably, and everything. But he's going to most likely play. And in his last game, he had a meltdown. So we'll see. Even if they think that if Ben Simmons should play. Because if Ben Simmons play and he plays, bro, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 8-9 assists. They win, and they end up losing this series. There's still going to be some questions. But if Ben Simmons can come in, contribute, they win 2 games. Then I think they can salvage something and wait for next season. But getting swept, Steve Nash, looks like he's going to be out of the job. Sean Marks possibly could be out of the job. So, that's what it is. All right. The next game is game 4 of Dallas versus Utah. The one, Luka Doncic is back. And he didn't disappoint. He had 30 and 10. But as the game was going, we saw Luka Doncic somewhat getting back to he was in the regular season. And now doing that, the series MVP, Jalen Brunson, had to somewhat take a back seat. Because Luka was supposed to let Brunson and didn't really control the reins of this team and be a decoy. And I played in the game of Utah. And Utah was able to get the win even with a late game alley-oop slam by Rudy Gobert, who had 17 to 15. Donovan Mitchell had 23. And Jordan Clarkson had 25. They're able to tie this series up. This is a good shine for Utah. Now you're going into Dallas. Where they know they can win. And now they may have the confidence they can probably turn this damn series. But they got to figure out this Luka Doncic situation. You know, Jazz people was upset. They said William Wesley of the Knicks was there at the game, possibly recruiting Donovan Mitchell. I said, no. I'm looking at Jalen Brunson. Possibly looking at Spencer Dinwiddie. Possibly looking at Mike Conley. They're looking to upgrade at point guard. So you got guys on their team that, on both teams, where with the right trade come along, except for the Mitchell one, there's room to improve their roster. So, you know, Jazz is whatever. But this series is tied 2-2. It's most likely going to be a 7-game series. I said that from the start. It's most likely going to be a 7-game series. And the next game is the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cat Towns came out balling, broke out of his slump. He finished with 33 and 14 rebounds. And Anthony Edwards had 24. He had a knee injury, left the locker room, but came back like a warrior and finished the game out. Was able to propel a big win for them. And this series is tied at 2. Patrick Beverly playing well, best game. He had 17. And Jordan McLaughlin had 16. Was almost damn near perfect this game in limited action. Really didn't give up the lead at all. And the Timberwolves back in this series, tied 2-2, going back to Memphis. Ja Morant struggled. He had 11 teams, but he had 15 assists, 11 points for 15 assists. He was struggling. Desmond Bane had the high, he had 34. Dylan Brooks, best offensive game, he had 24. And Brandon Clark with 15. Notably for the Grizzlies. Cat Towns was struggling, per se. And when I see him struggle and I see him look away disinterested and do certain things, I still always go back to what Jimmy Butler said about him. And that's the thing. His head doesn't look like it's all is in it. He just reminds me of this guy that just, like, what the hell are you doing? Even like the whole 3-point shooting thing. It just sounds like an entitled kid with your head not screwed on straight. You know? And that's what it seems like. It just seems like his head is not screwed on straight. You know? Jimmy Butler said it was Wiggins' heart for the game. Jimmy Butler said it was Cat Towns' head was not into the game. And when he gives out production like this and do this, this is what they potentially want to see. Yo, look, if you got a bad game, yeah, that's fine. But if you play situational basketball and you're not fouling or doing anything to hurt your team, they don't need that. So now series tied 2-2. They feeling good and everything like that. He could probably get something done. We'll see. And last game of the night is Philly versus Toronto. They was up 3-0, looking to sweep. Scotty Barnes wins Rookie of the Year. Congrats to the young man. First Rookie of the Year with us is Air Canada, Vince Sanity, half man, half amazing Vince Carter. Did him back in '99 when he was just dunking all over everybody. So congrats to Scotty Barnes, and they did get the win. And it was Pascal Siakam. He had 34. And Nate, Gary Trent Jr., 24. They was playing well. James Harden had 22 and 9. Joel Embiid, 21 and 8. DeBarris has 15 and 11. It was struggling, but we're trying to understand what the hell is going on there. So, what is next? And then the whole thing with the coach. He's blown three game one leads. Even though it'll be 3-0, but you know what I'm saying. They up 3-1. Is it a cause of concern? What? We gotta see. We gotta see because and Fred VanVleet even went out with an injury. And this is a big time thing because what's that gonna say? Going forward with the Raptors. Because I told y'all they may be still doing some deals in the offseason, especially around VanVleet and OG Anunoby, to try to improve their roster going forward with the emergence of Scotty Barnes and Precious Achiuwa and Chris Boucher. So this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.